Hey everyone, Jason Hill here, and it is the day after the cabineering cook-off at the Yellowstone Explorer Cabins, and we are going to actually go into the park today and see some sights, so I figured I'd do some videoing and show you guys around. Our first stop's going to be Old Faithful, and there's the Old Faithful Inn there. Might grab a bite to eat, see what kind of food they have in the park, so let's go check it out. Bison up ahead. Beautiful animals are all throughout the park. Aww. How cool is that? How big that guy is over there. Man. Hello, big guy. That's awesome. Alright, I don't want to hold the traffic too much. So far we've seen the bison. And I'm hoping to see a moose, an elk, a wolf, bear. Oh man, cool to see all of them. Bald eagle. Hey, wait a minute, bald eagle's not on here. What's up with that? Every time I burn myself on steam, that always hurt the worst. So I'm not going to near any steamy geysers today. More bison. Okay, we made it to Old Faithful, the most famous geyser on the planet. And from the Explorer cabins, we made a couple of stops along the way, and it was probably about an hour drive. So real convenient from the cabins. So let's go see this thing go off. So it could be 20 more minutes or so?
Yeah.
Oh,
it could be 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Give or take.
Good Old Faithful.
Yeah.
I would call that very faithful.
Yeah.
Right where everybody's working behind this counter, they've got a nice little Geyser Prediction billboard that tells you what times each geyser is going to go off. So there you go. You can make your own schedule. Okay, we've got about 10 to 20 minutes before it goes off. And you can see out here there's different mounds all throughout. So we're hoping it's this one right here, real close. Oh, look. Wait for it. Okay, we just saw Old Faithful, and it went off at about 11:40, so it's almost noon. Perfect time for lunch. We're gonna see if we can get a bite at the Old Faithful Inn. Said we need a reservation, but maybe we can get in, we'll see. Check out this rustic old inn. Pretty cool, pretty creepy. No reservations needed. We've got 2 for lunch. Let's go eat. We can maybe explore this place a little bit.
Hi.
Had to go with a little gamey meal since I'm inside the park. I'm gonna try this bison brat, some mustard seed. Yeah, let's get some sauerkraut in this bite. Apple cider sauerkraut. Oh, that is really good. Sausage has a nice sweetness to it, followed by the tangy mustard, little sweet and tangy sauerkraut. It's a good meal here at the Old Faithful Inn. After a nice hearty lunch, we're gonna walk it off by climbing up to this, I don't know, I guess it's like a tree fort or... All right, let's do it. Oh, it wasn't a tree house, it was called a crow's nest, and we can't go up there, unfortunately, because there was an earthquake in 1959 that measured 7.5 on the Richter scale, and it twisted some of the support timbers for the crow's nest, making it unsafe for the number of guests which currently visit the inn. Aww, would have liked to check that out. Check out these rustic little rooms you can get. How cool is that sink? Tiny little room, but it would do. Oh, this is really cool. Oh yeah, look at that. You can come out here, this nice patio. Get a good vantage point of Old Faithful there. We probably just missed it again. Everybody's coming this way. Just making another little pit stop here, checking out another little bubbling mud pot. They're just scattered everywhere throughout the park. Ooh. Sulfur smells like rotten egg. Jacuzzi. All right, let's go. One thing to always remember when you're visiting the park is always be aware of your surroundings, because wildlife can sneak up on you at any moment. I think we just saw Hyla from Hyla Cooking on the side of the road. Her and Chris look like they're in trouble. We're gonna have to go rescue them.
We're having a great day here, Yellowstone. Just had a little fender bender, and but it seems to have broken the axle or something. So I think we'll have a tow truck come and then head on back to camp.
Well, we checked out Hyla's situation, and unfortunately they're gonna have to wait for the tow truck. We were hoping we could have given a ride back to the Explorer cabins. So, but they'll be all right. There he is. He's just taking a stroll alongside the highway. Tons of people are stopping to get his picture. Okay, I'm holding up traffic. Bye, Mr. Elk. How cool was that? We were like 10 feet away from him. It's like a mom and a baby, maybe? Maybe. Maybe baby? Always stay within the boundaries of the railing. There are too many horror stories about people falling to their death in national parks because they want to get the best shot, and it's not worth it. Now we're at this area called Mud Volcano, and you got the real strong smell of sulfur. Yeah, can't stand the smell of sulfur, which is kind of like a rotten egg. Don't breathe through your nose. One of my tips. We're at Dragon's Mouth Spring. There's a real dragon in there? I was just reading that the water splashed out because the gases are exploding in there, and it splashes out the water, makes these waves. I'm going in. The breath stinks. The Mud Volcano area is an easy 3/4 mile loop walk along this boardwalk. It's good to get out of the car and stretch your legs and go for a little walk. So here we are at Sour Lake. It's part of the turnout at Mud Volcano. It's a little walk uphill. Pretty in its own way. Sometimes you feel like you're on another planet when you're walking through this park. Just a small walk down from Sour Lake. You come over to this point, and it's called Churning Cauldron. Look at that water. So don't stick around, just take a peek and move on. So here we are at Mud Geyser, where eruptions stopped erupting in 1927, and you really had never had a view of this until 1978. It was hidden by the forest except for a platform that was beyond this point. Now this area right here is called Cooking Hillside, and we had several earthquakes in 1978, and the ground surface became 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Therefore the trees couldn't survive, so you can see they all just fell over. It'd be like trying to stand on hot pavement or hot coals. Can't do it. All right, now we're at Hayden Valley, which is finishing up the part of the loop that we're doing today. And this is where you're gonna see the most wildlife, either at sunrise or at sunset. And we're about, 2 hours from sunset. So right now all I see is some bison out in the distance.
I think it's that one's a bear.
Which one?
Yeah.
No, just some bison. Okay, here we are on the North Rim Lookout Point. Let's go look at this amazing canyon and waterfalls. Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River. Here's some of the overlooks. Just Don't lean over. Wow. Okay, this amazing canyon is about 20 miles long, 1,200 feet deep in some parts, and some of the rusty colored fixtures you see is called rhyolite. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, the smell starts to wear on you by the end of the day.